to good news. So, what have we learned this week? Well, Rob Smith can't work out if he's still a virgin.
Does a horse count? I'm not sure.
Over at BBC Breakfast, Helen Mirren revealed what she said when she met Justin Bieber.
You little shit.
God knows what Carol Kirkwood did to Bryan Adams.
Have you ever waved at Phil Collins in traffic?
No, but I've done a lot more than that to Bryan Adams.
I'm pretty sure Sean Williams doesn't know what teabagging is.
Why would you want to smell like a tea bag?
And finally, I think this guy's in love with David Cameron.
It's a system so unfair that the candidates who come second or third can end up with...
The royal wedding is in 2 weeks. The media coverage has been relentless.
The most anticipated wedding is only about 3 weeks away.
2 weeks away?
12 days to go.
7,000 journalists, 2 billion people watching.
On April the 29th.
Even schools are obsessed. They've been having pretend weddings.
A mock wedding was held in the village of Orton, but it didn't exactly stick to royal protocol. Instead, the bride was 5 years old, the groom was 9, and the ring bearer was an owl.
I think they confused Buckingham Palace with Hogwarts. It's pretty cool, though. Wouldn't it be great if Wills and Kate went for these vows?
I will always care for you. I will love you forever. I promise not to boss you around.
And I promise not to steal your Play-Doh.
Some of the kids really got into their roles. Here's Prince Charles. Camilla slams him.
I always dream it every night that I'm going to be king the next day. It'll be a while till that happens.
Oh, she's that! I'm going to be king. Never going to happen. The media's gone Kate Middleton crazy. She's beautiful. She's an angel. The kids, not so sure.
I think Kate is a beautiful girl, but I don't think she's really my type.
Wouldn't it be great if they interviewed another kid and he went, Kate Middleton? God, no. I like girls with a bit more junk in their trunk. They got to have that badonkadonk going on. Do you know what I mean? In fact, if Beyonce's watching, tell her, I'm ready for that jelly. I've got to smooth. Back to the proper wedding. That was a bit sinister, wasn't it? Back to the proper wedding. Have you seen who's going?
The invitations have begun arriving on doormats, people in Britain and abroad, including David and Victoria Beckham.
Oh, I'd love to see Beckham around the royals. They'd have nothing in common. Him just stood next to the Queen.
When you sing the national anthem, do you sing God Save Me?
Imagine Victoria meeting Prince Philip. Hello, I'm Posh. Not here, you're not. I'm going to give you a new nickname. From now on, you're Princess Poundland. Mind you, Posh and Bex are going to have fun. The reception sounds amazing.
William and Kate are said to be planning to erect a nightclub inside Buckingham Palace for a royal knees-up following the ceremony.
Please, please let the Queen DJ. Wouldn't that be amazing? E to the L to the I to the Z. Windsor Massive, shaky booty! It doesn't matter what music they play. We all know this guy will get his grind on.
Then it goes something like this.
The big sporting news of the week was, of course, the London Marathon.
Around 35,000 people took part in the London Marathon today.
Did you watch the coverage? Some of the reporters were so annoying, the runners simply ignored them.
Let's see if we can get one. This is what you do, believe me, even things like this. High five for the camera. High five for the camera. No.
I speak for the entire nation when I say, ah. Do you know a lot of people didn't have sex for a month before the race? Joe Pasquale, obviously not one of them.
It's great. I actually knocked one out last week.
Imagine the noise Pasquale makes at the point of climax. Dogs all over Britain. No! Talking of naughty habits, did you see the signs the marathon organisers put up? Don't wee in people's gardens. My brother got in trouble for doing that last year. The odd thing, he wasn't even in the race. He just hates gnomes. Back to the marathon, the media focus on the elite athletes.
Emmanuel Mutai raises his arm and smashes the course record.
I'd like to focus on the nutters who wore costumes like this.
I wonder if there's someone inside that or just cooking or pulling. There is someone inside.
I'm just wondering, I hope he doesn't leave a trail behind him, though.
I hope he doesn't leave a trail behind. He's not Joe Pasquale. I watched the whole race. My favourite runner had to be this guy.
A pensioner from Hornchurch in Essex will be the oldest man taking part in this year's London Marathon.
He's 86 and he's brilliant. Check out his #1 running tip.
I'll get behind an ice bottom.
You get behind him?
An ice bottom, all the aches and pains are. Last year, it was the nicest bottom I've ever run behind.
Mind you, his plan doesn't always work.
When I got to the finish, I thought, I must see what she looks like from the front. It was a bloke with a beard.
I'll never run behind Noel Edmonds again. Now, one of the major stories of the week was this.
A pub in London is facing allegations of homophobia after claims by a gay couple that they were thrown out for kissing. Jonathan Williams and James Bull were asked to leave the John Snow pub in Soho after a complaint that their behaviour was obscene.
It's ridiculous. How can you throw people out of a pub just for kissing? In fact, how can you run a pub in Soho and be offended by a gay kiss? It's like being in the BNP and going, I fucking love Lenny Henry. You always hear bigots go, gay men are wrong. It says so in the Bible. Yeah, but the Bible also says hedges can talk and every animal in the world can fit on a boat. It's pathetic. Two men kissing isn't an obscene kiss. This is. Somebody wolf whistling over there. The brilliant thing about this story, within hours, the pub had to shut because of this protest.
Around 250 people have gathered here outside the John Snow pub to show their support to Jonathan Williams and James Bull. We've had no comment from the landlord of the pub this evening. The pub itself has been shut for the night.
I love that conga kiss in the brow. Right on telly, right now. Not everyone was there to protest against homophobia. Some were just looking for a good time.
I just came to snub you.
I don't care about the issues. I'm just horny. I say good on them for demonstrating against this pub, because when the gay community protests, they do it in style. Jesus had two dads, and he turned out fine. There's been some bizarre stories this week. First up, there's a terrifying new criminal on the block.
A Lincoln couple have received a letter from the police threatening their unborn baby with an ASBO.
I know criminals are getting younger, but this is ridiculous. What did his baby scan look like? This? It's mad, isn't it? A fetus ASBO. What next? Arresting sperm? Police bursting into house. Get down! Damn it, Sarge, she swallowed the evidence! Good girl. Sorry about that, right? This has to be my favourite quote from the story. Charlotte Child, who is 36 weeks pregnant, and her husband Damien were invited to attend a meeting with local police to discuss their son's bad behaviour. What was he doing? Shouting at other pregnant women at a prenatal class, just in the bunk. Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? Swollen tummies, you fat mummies, you ate all the pies! I'll tell you what, if they're giving unborn babies ASBOs, it's really going to change police lineups. No. No. That's him. Let's fuck him. Elsewhere this week, The Walking Dead has been in the news. So it's zombies, blood, that kind of thing. Now, the reason it's made the news is because of the location of one of the posters advertising the show. Here's the poster. And here's the business next door. That's right. They put it next to a funeral director's. People are saying it's the worst billboard placement ever. Rubbish. It's got nothing on this. Right, on the left, a sign promoting carrot juice, and what do they put next to it? This lady. That is certainly one way to get your $5 a day. I'm sorry, but this is getting ridiculous. We've had the Hitler house. We've had the Elvis bug. The rock and roll tree. Amazingly, the papers have done it again. This week, what have we got? Kate Middleton's face found on Jelly Bean. Do you want to see it? Yeah. You know you want to. Incredible! Mind you, if you look hard enough, most food looks like someone. Some crisps look like Wookiees. Some turnips look like singers. And if you look hard enough, there are even apples that look a little bit like Katie Price. Some truly mad crime stories from America this week. First up, a report about breaking into the wrong man's house.
An 81-year-old Korean war vet is fed up with being a victim, so he's fighting back. The man held off this armed robber with a frying pan.
An old man beat up a burglar with a frying pan. He's brilliant. What about this for a quote?
And hit him upside the face. And the potatoes went all over him.
I hit him upside the face. Potatoes went all over him. By the time I was done with him, he looked like a shepherd's pie.
So you probably figured after he twatted him, that was the end. Oh, no.
He wasn't done with the robber after hitting him.
I raced back about 6 feet away and got this pitchfork. Then I went to work on him.
I poked him in the groin till his dick looked like a goddamn recorder.
From a bruiser pensioner to a family under siege.
They felt like they were being held hostage in their own home by a hard-to-believe circumstance. The situation ended with police having to defend themselves against an unlikely criminal.
So who was this unlikely criminal? Well, listen to the emergency call.
911, where's your emergency?
We trying to get out the house and it won't let us.
The cat won't let you get out of the house?
I can't. Will not let us get out the house.
They were terrorised by a cat. How does a cat hold people hostage? I'll tell you what, where was this lady when you need her? Finally in crime, a row about a haircut that went wrong.
A dispute during a haircut led to an arrest and an unfortunate mugshot in Connecticut.
You're probably thinking, I doubt it was that bad. Guess again. Now, if you think you've got strange diets, you've got nothing on this lady. Woman is addicted to eating sofas. That's what I call a sweet tooth. Sorry. I had to. Do you want to meet her? You know you do.
My name's Adele. I'm 30 years old, and my addiction is eating couch cushions.
Apparently, she suffers from a medical condition called mad as fuck. I'm no doctor, but I know what I see. Have you seen how much she's eaten? 8 settees and 5 chairs. Her guts must look like DFS. She'd be crap on Come Dine With Me. What are we having? Roast futon. I'm a vegetarian. We'll have a fucking beanbag then. She loves it, though. Listen to her describe the taste of sofas.
I love couch cushion, the way it sits in my mouth. It's soft and it's a good taste.
She must spend ages flushing. Oh, come on. If you're eating sponge, then every turd is going to be a floater. So this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So far this series, I've had snakes, poo perfume, and a kung fu granny. So please welcome my mystery guest!
Welcome.
Hello. I'm guessing your name's Jackie.
That's me,
Excellent.
Big Jackie.
Big Jackie. Am I allowed to call you Big Jackie?
Yes, that's my
Sweet.
name, Big Jackie.
Lovely stuff. So, Big Jackie. Oh, if I close my eyes, it sounds like I'm on a chat line. Hello, is that Big Jackie?
666-5595.
Mum, are you on the line? So, Jackie, I'm guessing it's got something to do with tiaras and hats. Are you, do you design hats?
Well, I do sell hair fascinators,
Okay.
but that's not why I'm here.
Right. Flipping out, this is an absolute conundrum. I don't know, I've got no idea. Can you give me any other clues?
Well, I'll just have to reveal myself.
Right.
Oh, let's get it off.
I think we can all figure out what's going to happen now. I'm going to get beaten up again. That's the long and
I
short of
just
it.
happen to be Britain's #1 sumo for the first lady to fight in Japan.
Oh, wow. That's what
What we're going to do is...
kick the shit out of me.
I'm just going to show you a few moves, right? And you can just what it's like in the ring. You know, I've got a ring for you and a nappy. Yeah.
Right, you've got a nappy as well?
But before that, we're just going to show a few clips.
OK, great. OK.
Very fun.
I'm not frightened.
Okay. Some training moves first.
Yeah, OK.
Sliding feet.
OK.
I'm now going to show you how to come into the ring first. So, step into the ring and bow.
All right. I step into the ring.
Okay.
Bow.
Okay, let's get down on the tiptoes. Now, we're washing the hands. This purification. Clapping the hands to get the attention of the gods and show we've got no weapons.
The lucky thing is, if I shit myself, I'm wearing a nappy.
Yeah. Then we come in together for an eyeball.
Good luck with that, I've got lazy eye.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll look ugly there, I've no idea.
And a bit of slapping on the belt. Ha! to frighten your opponent. That'll do. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the
Yeah.
rules are we've got to get our hands down, fists down on the floor, and no one can start until we've got our hands down.
Okay.
Yeah, into this position here. Get your hands
I'm
down.
going, I'm waiting. Can't start till the hands touch.
That's right, we can't, no.
I'm ready.
Then someone's going to shout, hack away. Hack away!
Okay.
Now, I'm going to show you some moves.
Okay,
Right.
right.
There are some lifts that we could do. Right, we could just lift you out. We'll take you out. Or, there's a knee lift.
There's a knee lift, okay.
Knee lift.
Okay.
We'll take you out like that.
That felt so lovely. It was so...
What's it?
I'm not feeling very well. It's just nice to be held. Love me. Has anyone ever broken down and gone, I love you? Why do we have to fight? Can we not cuddle?
Just sit down. Just sit down. Just sit down.
I don't want to be a sumo wrestler.
Just sit down. Oh, yeah. Oh, you poor thing. Just pull you down. You'll be all right. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. You're not alive. Oh, stop it. I'm not cramped.
Oh, my God. Wow. Right, no.
Oh, thank you, darling.
There you go. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Somebody get me a cigarette. That was nice, though. You left me there for longer than you had to, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, you're such a nice boy.
Yeah. So how do you start all this?
Well, I've progressed, really. I was a weightlifter and a powerlifter, and then one day a man came up to me in the gym and he said, "You look a big girl." You fancy being a sumo wrestler?
I'll be honest, I didn't know it was made of... literally of cardboard boxes.
Well, there you go.
Literally a cardboard box. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my wonderful mystery guest. Right, look at the latest thing the Chinese government have banned.
Just when you thought that the Chinese censors couldn't get any more sensitive, the authorities here have decided to ban time travel from all television programs.
Their version of Doctor Who is going to be shit. Let's get the Daleks.
I can't. Someone's clamped the TARDIS.
Look at the films they've banned. Star Trek, Back to the Future, and bizarrely, Austin Powers. I love the fact that Austin Powers is going to become this dangerous underground film. People in prison. What are you in for? I said groovy, baby. So, why are China doing this? The Chinese government wants its citizens to uphold the country's values and not promote anything that would rewrite history. Madness. It'd be great to rewrite history. If I could travel back in time, I would prevent the world's greatest evil. Mr. and Mrs. Bieber. Yeah? For the sake of humanity, use this condom. We don't want you having a baby.
Baby?
Baby. Oh. Check out the disturbing new way some teenagers are getting drunk.
Some women are soaking tampons in vodka, inserting them into their vaginas for a quick high on alcohol.
I hope they don't do a flaming Zambuca. Unbelievably, this isn't the weirdest new drinking game.
This next story is even more bizarre. I had never heard of it until recently. Beer bongs. Kids are doing this into their anuses. Literally.
A beer bong up your ass. That would change the adverts. Foster's. Bad call. What I want to know, how do you know when you're drunk? Does your ass start slurring its farts? I'd hate to have a drunk ass. It'd be horrible. You're walking down the street and it's just showing her girls. Oi, oi! You don't get many of them to the pound! Terribly sorry, madam. I have a binge drinking anus. She's like, don't worry about it, love. I've had 5 tampons. Here's a young man who's found a unique way of helping kids in need.
My name is Blake Mykoski.
I'm the founder and chief shoe giver of Tom's Shoes. Tom's originally started about 5 years ago when I was on a vacation, and I met some volunteers who were helping children get shoes. I wanted to help, but I didn't want to help just once by writing a check or making a donation. Instead, I wanted to create a way to help over and over again. So instead of creating a charity, I started a business, a for-profit company, where every time we sold a pair of shoes, we would give a pair to a child in need around the world, 1 for 1. So no percentages, no formulas, just very simple. You buy a pair of our shoes, we'll give a pair on your behalf to a child somewhere in the world that needs a pair. You know, seeing the joy on these kids' faces really touched me. That child will never care about the numbers of shoes we've given away or the success Tom's has had. All they care about is that they're getting a brand new pair of shoes in a loving way, and that is such an awesome experience. I had an idea, and it was a small idea when we started. Anyone can make a difference, and you don't have to have it be some huge global campaign. You can start small, and that's just as important.
There you go. What a wonderful human being. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Good News. Good night.
And Good News Extra is Saturday night at 5 to 11. Next, you know those friends you get who just end up being a bad influence on you? Yep, I know who you're thinking of too. That blooming Bill Clinton. That's who Peter's best new pal is in the Family Guy double in a mo.